This country is really not meant to film outside because every day it's either rainy, super windy, or some other weather condition. But let's try it. Guys, today I want us to discuss David Ornstein because there was a bomb. I mean, we could see this coming, but Al Hilal, top priority striker signing is Darwin Nunez. Simone Inzaghi wants Darwin to be his striker. They tried, I think, for Victor Osimhen before, and he obviously went to Turkey. They tried for a few other strikers, and it seems like they're the club that could afford Darwin Nunez. Napoli really wanted him before. They couldn't pay Liverpool's minimum asking price, which I think is around £60 million. And AC Milan are apparently interested as well. Real interested, but I don't see them paying that amount. Just the Italian teams don't have the same amount of money as the Saudi clubs do and everything else. So, yeah, the report is that he's Al Hilal's top priority striker target and that they're readying a bid, that they're going to go big on Darwin Nunez, and it seems like he's receptive to the interest. So he's going to have discussions with the club. He's going to have discussions with the manager. I think it's going to be absolutely no problem to agree on personal terms because we know the type of wages they offer in Saudi. So that's definitely not going to be a problem. But like I said, it depends on Liverpool's asking price. I think probably we're trying to recoup almost the fee that we paid for Benfica. I think if you include all add-ons, we paid Benfica around 85 million. I think we're going to try to sell him to Saudi for between 60 to 70 million, and then we're going to use that money and the Lucha money. Oh, look, there's actually some sun. That's a miracle here in Iceland to have some sun right now because it's been so ugly the past few days. But yeah, I think we're going to try to get 60 to 70 million, and if we can get that, it's just going to bring more money to our transfer kitty, which seems to be massive this summer in terms of our spending, and we'll go in for a second bid for Alexander Isak. I'm still very confident Isak will happen. I'm still confident we're going to get a center back. The reason why I think we haven't made a second bid after the first one was rejected, which was around apparently £110 million, is because Newcastle want to find the replacements first. It seems like they want to sign two strikers because Callum Wilson also left. So it looks like Wissa is forcing himself out of Brentford. So they're very likely going to get Wissa, and then they're going to get one more. If Benjamin Sesko chooses Newcastle over United, they'll have the money. They'll pay for him. They'll get two strikers in. One is Premier League proven. One is a young striker with a lot of potential. I think then they'll be 100% open to selling Isak, and hopefully they'll be a bit more... They'll be more open to negotiate from the £150 million that they apparently, that's the price they want right now. I think we're going to find some common ground. My guess is we're going to agree on a fee. In the end, that's between 125 to 135 million pounds. If I had to have a guess, that's what I think is going to end up happening. And I still think we'll have enough for a centre back because I still think, right, Tyler Morton is moving to Lyon for 15 million pounds. That's a very good deal on our end. That's more money brought in. I think Kostas is probably still going to leave. There's no way we're still going to have three senior left backs this season. I don't see that happening. And then Harvey's future is very undecided. It seems like clubs are interested in him this summer. He could leave. So we just spoke about Darwin. And then Chiesa. Lookman just handed in a transfer request at Atalanta. There's many reports that said the replacement for them, if he were to leave, and it looks like he is going to leave, is Federico Chiesa. So I think he'll go to Champions League side Atalanta. So that's a lot of outgoings there, and that's why, like I said, I'm very confident we will go for Alexander Isak. We will also go for a centre back, and I think Saudi will have what it takes to sign Darwin because, again, fees don't seem to be a problem for them. They have the money, and then the fact that David Ornstein said that Darwin Nunez is open to the move, that he's receptive to it, shows that, it can really happen. Because I do think Liverpool is just going to accept the highest bid, and obviously AC Milan is not going to be able to outbid a Saudi club. There's just no way, And to be fair, Al Hilal, he will get to be managed by Simone Inzaghi, who is one of the best managers in the world, What he did with Inter in the Champions League, pretty unbelievable, So he's a top manager. And Saudi clearly has the funds, the fact they were able to convince Inzaghi to go there too. So I think I can definitely see this happening, and I could see it happening quickly. Because again, the only hindrance for Liverpool as to why, for example, Darwin to Napoli took so long is because they weren't willing to offer the fee. But here I just don't see how this would move quickly. If Darwin's open to the move, that's the only part where I wasn't so convinced this would happen, whether or not Darwin would be open for the move. But since he seems open to the move, and like I said, Al Hilal won't have a problem with the fee. They'll bid. Hopefully, we'll get closer to the £70 million mark. get that big money in, and we get Isak. So we'll have two top striking options for the many, many years to come. Similar profiles as well, all around complete strikers. That's what I would say Ekitike and Alexander Isak are, complete strikers who are not just goal scorers. They're good on the ball. They just have so much to their game. And if our attacking options end up being, my goodness, Rio Angamoa, Cody Gakpo, Alexander Isak, Ekitike, and Mohamed Salah, Florian Wirtz, bro, it is over. That's unbelievable. And then, that is just unbelievable. And then to think that, yeah, I will still sign a center back. Like I said, I'm convinced of that because there's no way we go into the season with Gomez, who we can't rely on anymore, and then just Virgil and Ibu pretty much. I know Endo said he can play at center back, and I know Slot said he trusts both Gravenberch and Endo at center back, but we can't afford to already be in like a crisis mode at center back if it happens, you know. We have to dip into the market, and I know that we will, you know. It would be a big mistake not to, and they're too smart to make that kind of mistake, you know. Because technically, I think a center back is a bigger priority even than Isak in some sense, you know. Because we have a top striker now in Ekitike, but I guess not Premier League proven, but still, you get what I'm saying. Like, he has so much potential and stuff, and we did pay big money for him. But anyways, guys, what do you make of this move? Darwin to Al Hilal, do you think it'll happen? Do you think he's going to be open to it? Do you think we will get big money in for him? And do you think we'll use that money to go back in for Alexander with a big bid? Do you agree with all those things? So let me know in the comments. And as always, you guys, thank you for the support. I'm glad I was able to do outdoor video again for you guys today, even though it took me I'll be honest, it took me a long, I'm coming back from the pool now. It took me a long while to find this spot because I'm behind a hill, and that's why there's less wind, and behind trees. So I'm literally like hiding through nature. Otherwise, the wind is just so intense, and otherwise, the whole part of today was just rainy. So this is the only moment of a bit of grace through the weather. So anyways, guys, I hope you've had a beautiful weekend, and I will see y'all tomorrow because it is match day, double match day at Anfield against Bilbao. I can't wait. We're going to be in our new kits as well. So yeah, guys, have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. All the best, guys. Ciao.